After hours of me figuring out how to weld, I think we need to replace the cylinder head. What was supposed to be an easy job is going to cost this dude as much as an engine. Happening Z hood. Silverado. We're looking for a Chevy Silverado, and that's not it. I've got an exhaust leaker out here. Customer states that on startup it's got a ticky-tick noise. There's the culprit. Vortec 2500 HD. I believe this is an 07. Is this the right truck? I think so. I can't get in. There we go, we got it. Crisis averted. Now, this truck just drove here, so I don't think we're gonna hear the ticky-tick noise. What's happened is the exhaust manifold bolts on the cylinder head have broken off, and the exhaust manifolds are now leaking engine exhaust on startup. Yeah, no ticky-tick right now. It's not here. What's that ticky-tick noise? Oh, there we go. Now, the reason we can't hear that on a warm engine is once there's heat into the cylinder head and more importantly the exhaust manifold, those components are going to expand slightly, and they're going to create a seal. When we have a cold engine situation, the seal is no longer present because all those components are relaxed a little bit. So due to thermal expansion, the leak is no longer present, but there's a visual indicator that's going to let us know exactly how to not run into that Uber driver behind me. It's not really the procedure, but no, we're just going to go take a look, and if we see broken off bolts on the backs of the cylinder heads, that's going to be our culprit. Now, for some reason, tragically, on these Chevy motors, every time one of those bolts breaks off due to rust, it's always in the back by the firewall. They're very hard to reach, so we're gonna have to get this thing racked up in the air and get at it from underneath. We're going to have to weld bolts or nuts to the broken bolts after we remove the exhaust manifolds, and that will allow me to replace the bolts with fresh new ones. So let's get after it. Swing around this corner here. We're gonna drive under an old Tahoe, which is like suburban sized. It's a big Tahoe. Clearing the door. Dave's got our corner looking good. Rounding the computerizer desk. Beautiful. Looking good. Perfect. Powering down. All right, let's get the rack set up. Let's get the hood popped. Let's get the inspection inspected. All that good stuff. So the real question is, big motor or little motor? We got a 5.3 or a 6.0. And the survey says big engine time. That's the 6 liter. Probably the LQ4, I believe. I think that's an LQ4. Ooh, shiny redness. That's pretty. Okay, let's find that leaker. Let's see. We're gonna inspect these exhaust manifold bolts. I'll show you what they look like. Here's one right there. Another one right there. And the one we're interested in is the one that's not here. See right down? See right there? There's a hole where there should be a bolt. So we're missing one on this side. And over here on this side, real tough to see. I can see it right through here. We're missing a hole. We're missing a bolt on that side. So we've got one broken bolt on both sides. So both of these exhaust manifolds need to be removed. Yep, let's set the rack and get to work. Okay, we're set up on the lift arms both sides. Green subscribe button. Moving on up. That should do it. Set her down on the locks for some vertical safety here. There we go. Okay. Now I always like to just recheck visually my lift points when walking under these things, just in case you missed the thing that's gonna kill you today. Got a leaker. Got a leaker. Yeah, up there's our manifold. Okay, so we need to pull the exhaust system out. Oh, fun, this is the big one. So we got to detach it here. Detach it there and there, and then drop it down. Okay. All right, let's start with the easy stuff first. This is the flange behind the converters. Take all this stuff out first. Yeah, everybody's rusted. This is real nice. I do not believe my electron ratchet's really gonna have the beans to handle this the way I want to here. Oh wait, a little bit of lube and a neutral drop. Watch it. You lube it up, slam it in, you're good to go. Down two. Do it again. All right, now on to the hard ones. Now these are the ones up here on the manifolds that like to break. But if they break, I'm taking the manifolds out anyway, so if I do break them, then unclick. Then I'll just drill them out and put new ones in. Did I hit you guys with my extension right there? Oh, I broke my ratchet. Good job. Yeah, that just broke my Matco ratchet. I just tore the teeth right out of it. Awesome. Icon's just as good. Definitely just use the Icon. Just as good. Oh! Warranty, the handle's broken. Okay, redo. Let's see if we can't get those guys. Did I get this one already? That was the first one I did, right? I guess we're gonna find out. Okay, that one just broke my shoulder. There's a snapback effect when torquing fasteners with an extension, and that snapback will hurt you. Okay, there's one more right up in there. Okay, unclick. Seriously? Should have wore the orange gloves, not the pink ones. There we go. Did it turn or snap off? I think it turned. Yeah, buddy. Good. Okay, now that they're broken loose, we'll hit them with the gun on the extension. Got a 1/2-inch electric here. Electric air gun. Dave, I said it. Electric air gun. I told Justin the other day, I was like, hey, go grab your air gun and do it with a power tool. He was using like just a ratchet on something. I said, go get your air gun. He's like, I don't have an air gun. I was like, use the electric air gun. Yeah, they're all electric air guns. Okay, that's one side removed. Let's get the driver's side next. All right, a little bit of lubricant on the stud. Here. I'm gonna try to just hit these with the impact and see if it'll jostle them loose. I don't want to hurt my shoulder anymore. Yeah, not a chance. One. That snapback. That's two loose. And third one, weird angle here. Trying to drive around that OT sensor. Yeah. Okay, back to the gun. Also hot. Coming down. There we go. Perfect. Okay, with some oven mitts in hand, we can kind of wiggle this thing down. A little warm, hence the insulation. Heads up, I've already gone ahead and disconnected the O2 sensors. I don't know if I said that already or not, but the O2s have been removed. Hot. It's warm and on the fingers. There we go. Okay, here's our old manifold gaskets. That's the donut gasket on the right hand side, and this is the little crushable O-ring metallic gasket that goes on the left side. Hey, here with all that stuff out of the way, you can see there's one of the broken off bolts right there, and then the other one, that one's right up over there. See that one? Behind that spark plug hole, right in there, right where I'm pointing. Now you see it. Yep, those are the two that always break. So, that one, man, that one looks like I could almost get it out. Almost. What do you guys think? Think I can get that out with the manifold on? Probably not. Yeah, let's check it with a mirror. Mirror, mirror on the wall. I think that's not gonna happen. Nah, there's no clearance in there, and that bolt is kind of touching the side of the manifold because the manifold has some warpage. Yep, it's coming off. That's how it's gonna be. Okay, back up top, we need to get the manifold bolts out, but before doing such things, we need to remove, just broke that sensor. These things love to break. I just tried to take this out to not break it, then I broke it. See that? That's the coolant temp sensor inside the head. You break them off when you try to pull the spark plug out without disconnecting that, but looks like this is just designed to break just like straight from the get-go. Anyway, I'm gonna pull these plugs and wires out of here. Gotta keep the heat shields. We're gonna yank all this stuff out and then unbolt this manifold, and we're gonna see how many more of these bolts break off before I bust out the welder and extract the those broken bolts. Pull that one back. You guys see back there? I think you can. These are some curvy circular needle noses. They're great for this exact application right here because they're angled and you can work them like a lever. Now realistically, these spark plug wires here, they've been replaced before. Chances are when you try to take these off, if they're the originals, you're going to break the wire. So if you ever need to do any spark plugs on your Chevy, plan on doing a set of wires and don't buy the cheap ones. You'll regret it. Yeah, you see, quality doesn't cost, it pays. It pays dividends if done properly. TRQ spark plugs. Is that Chinesium? Amazonian? They're from the jungle store. Yeah, I think those are jungle spark plugs. Heck of a thing, isn't it? Get spark plugs from a bookstore. My, how the world has changed. What's even crazier is bookstore man thought he was gonna be electric car man and try to launch rockets. Electric car man's got him beat. No, that wasn't politics. Relax. Not politics. Chill out. Besides, all that stuff's beyond our control as mere mortals anyway. We get all bent out of shape over stuff we can't do anything about. Last one. Last one on this side. Come here, jungle socket or jungle spark plug. Look at that. There is, oh, that's the that's anti-seize. I thought that was RTV for a second. I was like, hey, there's sealant on there. It's not supposed to be there. But now that's a never seize. All right, let's get these bolts out of here. Now we're kind of in the money. Let's get that front one out. I wonder how many of these are gonna break off. What do you guys think? None? Uh-oh. Battery seize! There, tactical reload, new battery. Tap and racket, good to go. Always training, stay frosty. Unkicked. Yeah, we're not putting that one back in. None of these are going back in. They're highly defective, rusted, junk. There's no need to spray lubricant on these because the threads are inside of the cylinder head, and if I lubricate the top of the bolt, it's not going to get in there. So bear with me, there's some method to my madness. We'll crack it loose a little bit first. Ooh, that one sounded crunchy. There, now I can throw some lube on there. Canine crunchies. There you go, give that the shot right there. Try it again. Goodbye, manifold. Going down. There we go. That's what we're looking for. This business right here. You know, it's probably easier to come out through the bottom, I bet. Gasket gravity. Okay. So here's our driver's side manifold. I'll throw a straight edge on this to make sure it's good and flat before considering reinstallation. And that's our busted bolt right back there. I see you. Let's try to get it out with some pliers first before I start welding onto it. Might luck out. We'll use the parrot jaws. Caw. Let's try this. I'm gonna reach down in there and get a hold of that with the parrot jaws. They're designed for circular cylinders. And that's not coming out. Nope, not happening. Let's try a left-handed drill bit. All right, I got a drill bit, turning left. Let's see if the left-handed drill bit will take out that bolt. It's not working. No, left-handed drill bit's not doing it. How about a stud extractor? It's now time for maximum escalation. We're going to use the electron torch right here. We've got an eddy current inducing electromagnetic flameless torch. It uses electrons to make heat. We're going to put this guy over that stud, get it smoking red, cherry hot. We'll blast it with some lube, and then see if I can't get it to come out with an extractor. I got an extractor right there. Get this thing a little warm real fast. I'm on the button. When it gets red, we'll attempt to extract. Is it hot yet? I saw a little bit of smoke coming off this thing. Yeah, I think it's getting hot. Still going. Nope, not red yet. No, I know. Spray it with some lube. That'll give us an indicator on how hot it really is. Yeah, smoke's rolling off. Come on, alternating currents and electromagnetic resistance. Electricity will take the place of fire. The mandate. Not red yet. Give it some more time. If I jiggle it around, I can excite the currents of the eddy. Get some more heat out of this bad boy. I've been doing this for about 4 minutes. I think that's about as hot as it's gonna get. Yep. Let's hit it with the extractor. Some lumens in there. Self-gripping extracting bit. Ha 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 ha. And it broke off. Awesome! Here, let's see. Probably should have put some crayon on it. Yeah, that thing's busted off right in the cylinder head. Come on. All right, time to weld it. And that, my friends, is why we replace this bolt. All these bolts every time, no matter what. Okay, we're going back up again. I'm gonna bust out the welder and weld a nut to that recessed stud, and hopefully I don't weld the stud to the cylinder head. We can get that thing out. Okay, so here's how we're gonna do this. I'm gonna place this bolt into the cylinder head right here, and we're gonna use that bolt as the ground connection for the ground clamp for the welder. Hook that guy up right there, and then we can weld in there. We're gonna build up that stud a little bit and then weld a nut to it and then back it out. All right, boys, safety squints. Get on your OSHA approved gear over here. Get in there just like so. We're just warming it up now, just warming it up. A little bit more heat. Need more electrons. Too much electrons. Aha, there we go. So we got a little bit of the bead built up on the bolt. Now I got to weld a nut over top of it. Okay, so the preferred method of doing this, according to the YouTubes, is to stick a washer on there first and weld that on, and then weld your nut over that. So I'll try it you guys' way first. I mean, I've done it either way. I welded nuts on, I've welded washers on. If you could consider what I do actually welding. That's not a weld. Yeah, I'm no welder. Never have been, probably never will be. But I can get through it. Stop it. Ah, that's tragic. Hot. Ow, hot. Okay, so got a nut inside of a wrench. The wrench will help me hold the nut. Weld this guy on, not the wrench, just the nut. As I weld my wrench. That actually stayed awesome. New tip acquired, round 2. Oops. I annihilated my nut. I melted the whole deal. Ruh-roh. Well, we were looking for cherry red. We found it. That's excessively cherry red. So now I'm gonna grab the wrench and we're gonna break that right off and do it all over again. Because that's how it works. Let it harden for a second. Yeah, it's gonna break right off. You have to do this 10,000 different times to get the bolts to come out. Yep. That's how it is. Okay, bolt slash nut number 3 I was on there. Another washer. I'm gonna give it the treatment and it's either gonna come out or it's gonna break off. Now, it's already moving, see that? But I don't know if we're working the threads or if we're just breaking my weld. We're breaking the weld. Yep. And another one. What a shame. Over and over again, keep doing it. There's our washer again, over and over and over and over again. That goes right there. Hot. Exciting, isn't it? Round 47. Fight. Let's try it this time. It's gonna break off. Yep. Oh man, this is getting very frustrating. Super remarkably frustrating. Thing does not want to come out of there. Okay, so this right here might not look like much, but I think victory is near. Watch this right here. It's like the worst weld yet. It's all cobbled together, but watch this. If I take this thing, see that? A little bit of movement, a little bit right there. I do not think that that is weld yielding. I believe that that, in fact, is the bolt turning. So let's give it some more torque and see what happens. I'm hopeful on this one, a little bit hopeful. So we turned it a little bit, turn it back a little more, a little bit. Okay, we're gonna get somewhere with this one. Let's get the lubricant. Yeah, I think we need to penetrate this real deep, like with some lubricant. Yummy. Go back and forth a little bit. That's definitely thread turning. So what I do, a little bit farther and then stop and then go back and come back a little farther and then go back, come back a little farther, go back. See how we're doing this? Ding, fries are done. A little farther and go back. If you just go ahead and try to send it, there's a good shot you'll break it off. Don't forget, we filled the threads on this full of steel, so we have to cut that steel away, leaving the aluminum in its place, or behind rather. And if we don't work this back and forth, similar to a tap, it'll just bind up and break off. So there's little shavings that are flaking off on a nanoscopic level. Tighten it up. See, that's working back and forth with the lube, is working that lube into those threads. Ah! And then it breaks off. Thought I knew what I was talking about.
Persistence.
At least it's nice and shiny. This is the weld that doesn't end. It just goes on and on, my friend. No fire. Some people started welding it not knowing what it was, and they'll continue welding it forever just because this is the weld that doesn't end. It just breaks off all day, my friend. No matter how much I want, it's not gonna come out. I'm gonna break another weld because that's what this does. Da na na na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. It can't be stuck if it's liquid, right? Maybe we just liquefy the whole bolt. It'll just fall right out. Just melt it out like a little river of molten steel. We can try that. I know there's a boatload of heat in there. I get it, because I've been welding on it. But maybe if I do a lot of heat long term, it'll soak in and loosen those threads up. I don't know. I'm starting to get discouraged. Yeah, not too sure if Eddie's doing it for me. Anyway, let's break this next one off. Look, it turned just like they've been doing. See that? Yep, time to break it off. Yeah. See you, Dave. Thanks for staying late, buddy. Justin, you still here? Oh, okay. I hadn't heard from you in a while. He's being quiet. Okay, this is like bolt number 78, I guess. Did we win on that one? Well, that's more than the previous attempts. Check this out. Can't see, my hand's in the way. It's I think it's turning. Ding, bolt is done. Let's see. Tight, loose. Look at that. The quarter turn. Loose. Ah! It just turned. Come on. Dang. Well, guys, you heard him. That's the last bolt right here. I'm gonna weld on. You heard me. The doors are getting closed and it's like 6 o'clock. So let's go ahead and break this last one off right here. And then we can call it a day, I suppose, before I have to tell this guy tomorrow that I gotta pull this cylinder head off because I can't get the bolt out. Or I can put the manifold back on, with what you call it, with no bolt in the back, and it will be the same as it was when it came in, leaking everywhere, making ticky-tick noises. I think this one I'm failing on, you guys. I don't know if I can get it out. So let's break off our last one here, and I give up. I quit. No longer have the gumption to trudge on. Been down here welding on this thing for hours, and I'm utterly defeated. Come on, break off. Let's go. I'd like you to break now. I'd like to go home. It's dinner time. Wait, it's not gonna break. Serious? Please break off. Break off now. Yeah. Maybe if I spray penetrating oil on there, it'll break off. What do you guys think? Spray some lube on it, break it off. No. Come on, hurry up and break. Let's do this. I'm ready to leave. Besides, if I ruin this cylinder head, I sell a new one, I make more money. It's a major motivator to ruin this guy's engine. Reverse psychology. You guys get it? Picking up what I'm putting down here. Come on, hurry up and brake. I'm ready to leave. Yeah. A couple more turns and it should bust right off. Come on. I wiggled and jiggled and welded and lubricated. You should be ruined by now. Should have used crayons. Candle wax. Crayola blues work the best. You done? It's not broken yet. I'm trying to break it. Still hot? Nah. Okay, so we successfully ruined this guy's cylinder head by welding on it. See that? Absolutely destroyed. Here's my trophy list. Woohoo! I think there's another one around here. Yeah, another one over there. We got a straggler. Oh, there's another one. That one fell down, melted. There she is, boys. Reverse psychology. 60% of the time, it works every time. Wow. That's crazy. Woo! Hey, it's almost halfway done. All right, folks, I'm all done here. Calling it a day. My hands are dehydrated. I'm dirty. I'm burnt. Look at that. Oops. Yeah, a little hurt, but we are almost halfway done. We got one side off. Tomorrow morning I'll hit the other side. This side over here should easily be not a problem to go back together. The bolt will go in it. Next one is going to be this guy out back on the passenger side. That one looks a little harder to get to, but I shall not be discouraged. We'll hit it with the welder, same as the other side. We'll see what happens on round two. Let me know what you guys think about this situation, about these bolts, in the comment section down below. Would you like to see a video on the second extraction on the other side? It's pretty much going to be a copy and paste on this side. So I can either come in here tomorrow, tear that side down, then pick back up on the part two with reassembly after that one's fixed, or I can continue and make a super long video and show you guys the tear down on that other side and the repair on the bolts. Let me know in the comment section down below. Do you want the super long version or the condensed, we've already seen this section of this repair part previously version? You know what I meant, words, whatever. Anyway guys, I'm closing out, 6:30 or something like that. I gotta go home. And today we're all done. I'm closing the doors. The boys already left. They're all done and I'm now done. So as always, one more time, I'd like to thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to have a great day. See you guys in the next one. Look for your response in the comment section down below. End of transmission.